What you're seeing here is gameplay of the GTA San Andreas Stories mod being developed by Sasquad, a modding team who are very talented. And throughout today's video, we're going to be discussing why GTA San Andreas Stories never officially released. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how you can play this modded version that is releasing very soon. In 2005, a new gaming system started making waves. The PlayStation Portable, or PSP, a handheld console that gave players the ability to take their favourite games on the go, and Rockstar Games seized the opportunity. Following the success of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in 2004, Rockstar jumped at the chance to create GTA games for the PlayStation Portable. They released Liberty City Stories in 2005, followed by Vice City Stories in 2006. These games captured the essence of their console counterparts, giving fans a look into the events that unfolded before Vice City and GTA 3. They were prequels. In addition to the GTA titles, Rockstar also released other games on the PSP, such as Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Rockstar made a deal with Sony to bring their iconic open world games to the PSP. While PSP wasn't as powerful as the PlayStation 2 or the upcoming PlayStation 3, which plays a very big part later in the video, it had something unique about it, which was portability, and that opened up brand new possibilities. So what was GTA San Andreas Stories? Given the success of Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories, many fans assumed that Rockstar was planning to bring the San Andreas universe to the PSP as well. At the time, there was a lot of excitement and speculation about what a San Andreas prequel might look like. Would it follow the origins of Grove Street families, or explore the rise of other characters like Caesar Villalpando? Could we have seen the story of Sweet, or even the underworld of San Fierro and Los Venturas? In Liberty City Stories, we played as Tony Cipriani, a member of the Leone crime family, and got a chance to experience his rise to power. And in Vice City Stories, it took players to the streets of Vice City as a Vic Vance, the older brother of Lance Vance. While Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories were both big hits, developing a game like San Andreas Stories would have been much more challenging. The big issue was the limitations of the PSP itself. A standard UMD disc for the PSP could only hold up to 1.8GB of data. This storage limitation was one of the biggest challenges when trying to fit a massive open world like San Andreas onto a portable handheld device. San Andreas was known for its size. It was one of the largest open world games of its time, and trying to shrink it down to fit onto 1.8GB UMD disk drive was nearly impossible. For comparison, a standard PlayStation 2 disc can hold around 4.7GB on a single layer DVD and up to 8.5 on a dual layer DVD. This is significantly more storage than the PSP's UMD discs, and GTA San Andreas on the PS2 was 4.19GB. So yes, San Andreas could have been twice the size and had even better graphics had they used the dual layer disc. Rockstar managed to optimize Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories to make it fit onto the PSP using very clever compression. But with 3 cities in San Andreas and an incredibly diverse map, this just simply wasn't possible. However, the focus was shifting as the PlayStation 3 began to rise. Rockstar and other developers started turning their attention to back console gaming once again, leaving the handheld market behind for the time being. The arrival of the PlayStation 3 was in 2006, meaning there literally wasn't any time to develop San Andreas Stories. And as we know, 2 years later in 2008, GTA 4 was finally released. And it's likely that as GTA 4 got closer to the end of development, Rockstar Games used all of their studios, including the ones that previously were delegated to mobile and handheld devices, were working on this project instead. Interestingly though, after GTA 4's release, they did release GTA Chinatown Wars, which did come on PlayStation Portable and Nintendo DS as well. Unfortunately though, GTA Chinatown Wars was considered a complete failure, becoming the second worst selling Grand Theft Auto game of all time, just behind GTA Advance, which you might not have heard of. It's actually a Game Boy Advance version of Grand Theft Auto. If you'd like me to play that on this channel at some point, then let me know down in the comments. But that doesn't stop us from imagining what GTA San Andreas Stories might have been. Maybe it would have been a prequel focusing on the events of Grove Street before CJ came back, or exploring the rise of Caesar, as we said, and his rise within the role of the Aztecas. Or perhaps we could have seen a story centered on Los Venturas, focusing on maybe Mike Torino's shadowy government dealings and the Black Projects. For example, we could have seen Los Santos and followed Caesar and his rise in the Aztecas and also Los Venturas in one game. However, that probably wouldn't have been so great having just 2 of the islands, but it may have been the only choice Rockstar had given the size of the UMD discs available. If they did only focus on one city, which one would you prefer? Something in Los Santos and Grove Street, something focused in Los Venturas, or maybe San Fierro, something to do with Woozy? A bit later in 2011, the PlayStation Vita was released, but it didn't come out in America until 2012. By this point, of course, Rockstar could have been developing something like a San Andreas Stories for this system, but considering GTA 4 had already released, it's unlikely that a game back in the 3D renderware engine would have sold so well considering how good GTA 4 actually was. I mean, imagine going from GTA 4 back to the engine that San Andreas was operating on. It just wouldn't have made sense. It's entirely possible that Rockstar could have been planning to release something along the lines of San Andreas Stories or episodes from San Andreas on mobile devices or on handheld consoles, but given the immense failure of Chinatown Wars, maybe they just simply thought it would be another failure. However, if you are sad that you never got to play GTA San Andreas Stories, I have very good news for you. There is a community right now creating a mod called San Andreas Stories, following the story of Caesar, and the mod is said to be released very soon. It features brand new pedestrians, vehicles, weapons, sound effects, and missions. Just as we predicted, it follows the story of Caesar Villalpando, which is an excellent decision. You'll follow Caesar and play as him in the 1980s before the events of GTA San Andreas. What you're seeing in the background of this video here is some gameplay and screenshots of this mod. It's being developed by a very talented team of modders called Sasquad, SA Squad, and I'm going to link their Discord down in the description below, as well as their YouTube channel where you can stay up to date with all the latest trailers and gameplay. You guys probably won't be waiting too long because it seems like they're just preparing to release the mod very soon. So make sure you go over and join their Discord and subscribe to their channel in order to find out when it drops so you can play it yourself. And with that, I'm going to leave you guys with a short little bit of gameplay from GTA San Andreas Stories mod developed by Sasquad. Go and show them some love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.
So much, okay?
Oh, sorry, cousin. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Ya calla con eso.
I'm going back to El Barrio. When you're ready, come see.
We don't get our hands dirty with you. Things are changing around here, so you better respect us putos.
Why don't you save this for me, asshole?
Only La Jura can help you now.